I am very colorful today. For some reason, my glasses are very yellow, which they are very yellow. And my skin is very, very orangey. But that's just how life is gonna be. How's everybody doing today? Tonight? Yesterday? Good morning, wherever you guys are at. It is 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is not a tutorial or anything like that. It is just me stopping by because I miss you guys. I had my mental health break. I got all my cameras correct. I got all my mies correct. Yeah, so my mouse went out 2 minutes before I had to go on. So that's why I'm a little late. But anyway, regardless of that, I'm here. I am ready to open up these packages. Now, like I said, what this live video is about is the fact that I bought these tools and I have no idea how to use them. None whatsoever. Aw, hey Marquita, how are you? Missed you a bunch. So I also have some wire that I'm going to show you. If you get this wire, this is the wire that you need to get if you want to play around with wire, you want to play around with something, you want to play around with a little technique that you're like, I don't really know how this is going to work out. This is the wire to get. It is horrible. So it's not wire that you would actually use for an actual project, but this is the wire. 𝕤𝕤𝕤 𝕤𝕤𝕤. Yeah, we're gonna let that go. Oh, sorry. Hold on a second. The snap and point to the dogs do not work, but it worked this time. But anyway, so yeah. So I have this wire that I'm going to play around with because I want to see if this is a good tool for you guys to get if you're like trying to play around with something. So this right here, this is what it says. So artistic wire, which they have a lot of different tools, artistic wire does. I got this from shoot, I don't remember what it was called. I wonder if it says it on there. No, it doesn't. But it's in the description box below where I got it from. But I get a bunch of different tools from them, so I love it. But basically, it's supposed to be like this mandrel type thing where you put the little tool in it and then you spin it and then you make these different shapes with it. I'm guessing, okay? This is what the tools look like in it, and it has the directions. Now, I gave you a link to the website where I got it from. You can get it from Amazon. I did want to link you guys to Amazon, but they just showed a picture of just these, but it didn't have directions in the picture. It didn't have anything on it describing it at all. So I said, you know what, get it from a place where you know it's good and then give it to other people because you know it's good, I guess. And I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to keep this package, but they don't really make it easy for you to keep the package. They have this little, you know, reusable, apparently, closure type thing. So I'm just going to cut it on the side here because I don't think I want to reuse it. And I'm destructive. So let's get all this stuff out of it. Let's throw the package away. Alright, so of course we have this little description so you can like put your eyes on what exactly it is. Yeah. And then we have these little directions that let you know what to do. I guess you're supposed to look at it this way because the 1 and the 2, yeah. Okay. So, okay. I did not look at this at all. Oh, so what I noticed is that you actually can use this to make jump rings, make your own jump rings. That's pretty cool. So I'm gonna set this over here. Then I'm gonna open this because I want to have my hands touch things so I can touch it and look at it and be like, ooh, this is really cool. So apparently, if you guys ever use, has anybody ever used a wire jig? Anybody know what a wire jig is? Oh, look at that. Okay. I like the way this is packaged, so it doesn't, you know, something like that. I don't know. Maybe these directions will give you a better understanding of it, you know, and it's like a one size bracelet thing unless you're gonna overwrap it, I guess. But yeah, this is the thing. These are the little pegs that come with it, so you're supposed to poke holes in these, or put the pegs in these different holes, right? So there's that. Throw stuff away that I don't need. All right. Ooh, they have very in-depth, wrinkly directions. This should be fun. Wrinkle directions. Yeah. Beautiful. Hello, Mirza. Hi. A wire jig. So, let me see if I can get some pictures here. So, according to, I'm trying to think of where the place was. It's in the description box below. I'm on Amazon too, so. The thing about the wire jig though is that you have to get it just right. Otherwise everything's gonna be wonky. So I have a flat jig that I'm actually going to see if I can link it in this video in the description box. I had another one and yeah, it's not fun. Jig, yes ma'am. Yeah, what I don't like about this already is that I can see by looking at this that there's not enough, I don't know, it's just a bracelet. So apparently you're supposed to poke it in and then you're supposed to use this thing to hold it in place, okay? It's a little piece of plastic. So I'm gonna, this is not easy. This is not easy at all. I don't like things that are not easy. Okay, so at this rate, it will take me like forever, but it seems like it locks in. Now, with the other wire jig that I had in the past, it did not lock in very well. It was like this really, really flimsy plastic thing, and the pegs just kept popping out. You're supposed to pop them in and it's supposed to stay in, but you pop the things in and you're just wrapping along and you're having a good old time and you're like, yay, this looks pretty, and then the peg will pop out and that sucks. What I like about this is that this peg is not coming out. Like, you have to pull it really hard to get it to come out. So that's a plus. So apparently what I'm gonna do is, because I want to do a little bracelet and you're supposed to just poke it in, and I wanted to do a bracelet that was like a really simple one. Okay, so I am going to, oh, they showed a tool in here that they didn't even give me. You guys have this. This is supposed to be like a wire straightener thing, and I'm like, okay, this is one of their other artistic wire, one of their other tools that they're trying to cross promote, I guess. They're like, oh, you can't get this project right unless you have all the tools. That's mean. But anyway, I don't think I need directions for that. You're just trying to, I'm just trying to get it even. So as you can see, I have these two pegs here, right? There's one in the middle, there's one in between them. So I'm gonna skip one, go in the next one. I feel like I wanna work with this bracelet jig first, okay? I'm gonna skip one, put it in there. And then, yeah, this is really tough. It's really holding on pretty good. Better than the other jig that I got. And I can't, oh, We Are Memory Makers is where I got my other wire jig. And I'm like, I want it to burn that thing and it will melt into one little colorful pile of crap that it is. So, I hated that thing. It messed up so many of my projects. But the one thing I really liked about it is the fact that they had so many really awesome projects and different things that you can make out of wire using a jig. But if the jig was perfectly made, it will be even funner. I was gonna say funner, even more fun than what it was. It just wasn't fun. So what I wanted to do was just a little bracelet that has just loops going all the way down it or around it. So hopefully this all adds up, because it will be unfortunate if it does not add up. Okay. And then it added up. It's even. That's awesome. Whereas they all have one in between each one of the pegs. So that's awesome. I really hate jigs. I don't even know why I even got another jig. I mean, why did I get another jig? Oh, I didn't get this. Somebody gave it to me. Forgot about that. And I was like, oh yeah, I love jigs. I don't know why I said I love jigs. I don't. All right, so of course, this wire, I'm gonna put it in the description box below, where, you know, this is a wire that's perfect to play with, because this says that it is 20 gauge, or that's what the package said, but it didn't say it on here. That's number one. Number two, it is so super soft. I'm like, I don't even know what it is. It doesn't even tell me what actual wire it is that they have on this spool here, which is doggone aggravating. And I don't like to be aggravated. And also, you guys should always, and you should really invest in one of those things, these things right here. This straightens your wire, which is kind of the same thing as this cross promotion little tool that they were trying to sell me, but you know, I'm gonna turn off my phone. Okay, so let's see what we can do with this, okay? So I'm gonna straighten the wire as much as I can, which is really easy because I really think this is aluminum, because it's so like easy to bend, which is good for using. Yeah, I think it's aluminum because it just is I mean, I can crinkle this up with my hand. I'm not gonna do it because I don't like to waste wire, but yeah. So I have to think, how would I end? Whoa, hold on a second. There's a big old truck passing in front of my house. Okay, I'm trying to think. I'm gonna say that right at this seam here just seems like the best part to end it, so, and start it. So I'm going to just begin it that way. So you just wrap it around those pegs. Now, okay, and I'm just gonna wrap it around. Let's see, can I go another? I don't like that. Let's go this way. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. Wait, how did I do it the last time? Yo, this is really nice. They're really holding on for dear life. I am thoroughly enjoying this. So the reason why, I think the reason why I said yes to this jig. So I met up on the other side. There's a reason why I said yes to this jig, okay? So on Amazon, this is just something I was thinking about because I was doing another project. So you guys, on Amazon, I went and I found these cubic zirconia stones, okay? Look at these doggone diamond, they're not diamonds, they're just cubic zirconias, okay? And none of these are a perfect size for what I need them for, and I feel like there's one missing. Somebody stole it because they were thinking it was diamonds, probably. But I thought I had some that I got from Amazon that was literally when I got it, and I don't know if I reviewed it or not, so I got a pile of cubic zirconias that were like, I want to say 2 millimeters, so they're a little bit bigger than these that I have there. And when it was delivered, I kid you not, y'all, it would look like somebody went in their kitchen, they were like, oh, somebody ordered some cubic zirconias on Amazon, bet, okay, let me go in my kitchen and get a paper towel. So they like ripped off a paper towel. You could see like the little bubbles in the design in the paper towel. Like, I'm like, this looks exactly like the paper towel that's in my kitchen. Like the paper towel that's sitting on this roll, it literally matched my paper towels, right? And I'm like, did this person just go into their kitchen, grab some paper towels, and then piled all the cubic zirconias in there, and they gathered it up into a little ball, twisted it, folded over, and put it in an envelope? I was like, y'all, did you really charge me $16 for a piece of your paper towel with some fake diamonds in it? You did. But the sizes were beautiful, and they were all different colors too. I can't find them, but when I pull this off here, I'm just gonna start popping these off. And I think it will be easier if you just pop off the actual peg. So that's what I'm gonna do. Pop off the peg. You did, you just started. You are in the right place, Tina. You are in the right place, because that's what I do. I help beginners to get on the course. You really should check out my top 10 things I wish I knew before starting wire wrapping. And in that video, it will tell you the different tools that you would need, and so you don't go to the store and buy everything in the store, and the things that you can do and the money you can save on different things that you think that you need for wire wrapping when you really do not need. Like, I didn't need a mandrel until like later on when I needed different sizes. So if you're just working on just a simple ring or whatever, you know, different things like that, you can just go and grab a Sharpie and just wrap it around there and then put it on your finger and size it. So in that video, I'll tell you all that stuff. And yeah. Bye, Glenda. So this is what came off, and I like it because all you have to do is just take the pegs off, and it's so easy to take the pegs off. And it was weird, the wire jig that I had in the past, it was easy for them to pop off on their own, but then when I'm ready to take them off, I had to like get a tool to like pop them out, which made absolutely no sense. And I think that I threw that thing in the trash. I actually bought it and I said, this is not even worth the money. So look at this cute little wire bracelet. I like that. Now, why we're talking about this cubic zirconias, here's why. And I'm wondering if I can get another one like this and they make smaller holes, smaller loops. Oh my God, you guys. So I was thinking, I hate these ones though. Ugh. I have to find the cubic zirconias that I have. And you can take in these little holes here, you can take one of these things, let's say this is a cubic zirconia, and just pop it in there, okay? Just glue it on there, and you have a bunch of cupid zirconias going across, and you can have like your own little style of a tennis bracelet. Bruh, that is, you know what? We're gonna do a video on that, because my camera is not gonna pick it up because I have not gotten used to my camera, but I made a little earring cuff, which is, oh, here it is. Okay, so I did a little earring cuff, and I had these cupid zirconias that I had gotten, and I made these little loops. I wire wrapped some little loops like this, and then I took, and in those loops, I went and I dropped a cupid zirconia in there with some glue and just made a little cuff. One side I spiraled, the other side I made into these little loops. I folded it over, and then you could just put that, that's where your ear slips in, or if you want it as a nose ring, slip it on your nose and you just pinch it, and that's it. And that is the one. So hopefully I can get my camera to work better than what it is right now. But it is so, oh my goodness, I can't wait to do that video. So that is the wire jig. That is the bracelet jig thing. I'm like, okay, I am definitely gonna use this. I like it. I just have to store it in a correct manner so that all the pegs are not just rolling around in my life, and then I have to get his x-ray of my puppy and he's like, oh my god, there's a peg in his belly. So I just want to make sure I keep those safe. Now, what kind of glue am I using? Let me see if I have any. So there's different types of glue that you can use, and it all depends on how long you want to wait for it to dry. Okay, so I have two. So I have E6000. This is just the typical, everyone uses this, okay? I try not to do any jewelry that uses a glue gun. Like, I never will tell you guys to use a glue gun to do jewelry. I hope I didn't in the past, but if I did, I'm sorry. But the only time I ever told you guys to use a glue gun was if you want to coat your tools so that it wouldn't scratch your wire. Other than that, I seldomly use a glue gun. Now, E6000 I got, it's pretty expensive, but then I found these, which is B7000. I don't know if they were trying to bite off of E6000. I don't know, but this is B7000, okay? 7000. This is 6000. 7000 must be better, right? So I bought it. But they're basically the same. They both stink to all high heaven, but they're amazing for gluing beads and stuff like that. Like this right here, I use this glue. I don't very often use this E6000 because it's very hard to work with, and it takes forever to dry. This doesn't take that long to dry, which I love it, but they both stink. I have warned you. I'm warning you now. Consider yourself warned. It stinks to all high heaven, but I do know that anything that stinks must really work. So these are the two glues that I use, that I always stick to. Now, I will do a video about different things like that, especially after I do the video for this thing. I think this is going to be my next video. That's not true. I'm lying. My next video, you guys, is coming out. If today is Tuesday, it will be on Thursday. Then I'm putting out this video that I've been sitting on for a little bit while I was taking my mental break. I did do some video editing, which kind of helped me. I Spy Queen. I like that name. It's cute. There is no difference between the two. For me, the difference mostly, I think this one dries faster than E6000. E6000 is very popular. Everyone gets it, and I think it's pretty expensive, but I haven't even used it. Here's my other stick that, you know, the other tube that I have. And I mean, to me, I think that this takes longer to dry. And some people are like, well, I want it to dry quick and I want it to harden up quick. I use this, and I also, believe it or not, don't quote me on this and don't tell everybody that I do this sometimes. Sometimes I use nail glue. Believe it or not, nail glue works very well too, because if you're trying to look for something that dries quick and you're like, I just want this to be done really, really quickly and I need to leave the house or whatever, that is why I use nail glue. So nail glue can work just as fine on jewelry stuff. You just have to be careful, because when it dries, if you touch it like with your finger, you'll get a little white film over top of, you know, any wire that you're gluing it to or whatever. Just make sure you put the little dot of the glue and then you put the stone or whatever you're gluing on. Don't touch it. Let it sit there for a little bit and it will dry like instantly. So good. All right. So yeah, 𝐓𝐶⁸ you're on the right path. This stuff works really good. If I don't need it to dry quickly, I will use this and I'm cool with it. But this dries just a smidge quicker. I would say like it's about like half an hour quicker or something like that. Like it takes a while for this to dry. So those are my glues that I use, and this is the glue that I used for this earring, and that's the glue that I'm going to use for the video for that. But the video that I'm coming out with on, then I just went in here. This is another glue. This is another glue that I use too. It's very hard to find, but it works very well if you can find it. 𝐓𝐸₄ I was watching a lot of beading videos where people are using beads in order to make pins and brooches and stuff. They use 𝐓𝐸. So I was like, okay. One video I actually went and I got a bunch of glues, nail glue, this glue, 𝐓⁸ and 𝐓𝐸, and I compared them all, and I liked B7000 or nail glue. So the both of them I kind of mix and match. I haven't had any nail glue for a bit. I think my daughter, she's 16, I think she like took some. But yeah, and the thing about this is if you're going to order this, right, it will literally, the one that I get and I always seem to find it, is it will be these tubes. Even though this tube is really small, I've had these tubes for a bit. Not only that, I think you get 5 of these tubes at once, which I think is like, what? Okay. And it really isn't that much money. So yeah, 𝐓𝐸 is another one too. If you can find it, it's good. So I like, if I have to choose though, because of how hard this is to find, I do just go right back to the B7000. And in fact, I have to buy more. I have to remember to buy more. But yeah, those are my glues. Those are the glues that I do use. Now I'm gonna look at these directions to see if I did it right. Oh, they even have some where you wrap the wire twice with 2 types of wire. What? Okay, I don't want to make a bangle bracelet, although I should. Let me see what it feels like. Let me see what it feels like if I do. Yes, do that. I know, right? I love making jewelry. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like if I have like little ideas, I will like run into my studio and I'm like in there and I come out with an idea. Like for instance, oh look at that, that's cute. And if I could put like little stones in them, okay. I like you, bracelet jig thingamabob. What do they call? I don't know what they call it, but I'm calling it a bracelet jig. 3D bracelet jig. I was close. But anyway, I want to. Hi, Pleasant Stone. I miss you. I miss you. Where have you been? Let me switch to my intro real quick. So I made the other day. Let me preface this with the fact that I think in 2008 I had stretched my lobes, and I did it on purpose, and I stretched it to about, they call it 00, but I can't remember how much that is, but it was pretty big. And so I just started shrinking them, but they're still very large, okay? Now, I took some 16 gauge wire. It was brass color. As you can see, it's not really gold, so it's like brassy. And I made hoops that fit in my ears, because I would go and make hoops and they would just spin in my ears. People thought it was weird, so I was like, I want to stop people from thinking it's weird. But yeah, I just did a little, let me do a slow turn, see if you guys can see it, hopefully. Like, I did a little loop here. The reason why I did a loop there is so it would stop it from going all the way into my ear. And then I have a little loop in the back here. Here, let me show it. There you go. That catches the thing that actually goes in my ear. So I don't know how helpful this would be to other people, but it's helpful to me because it doesn't go all the way through. And I can always throw something else on top of it. Ooh, oh, the days. Oh, the days when I used to set up for fairs. Oh, you into the, okay, so are you selling at the fair? The Place of Stones, because that is really cool if you are. Yeah, I sold at markets for about 7 years. I loved it, but I was not happy about coming home and being so tired that I couldn't even think straight. Couldn't even think straight. All right, now. All right, let's look at this. Oh yeah, it's always hot. It's always hot. I'm always ruining something, and I can't begin to tell you how many tents I bought. Ooh, there's another one of these things. I can't tell you how many tents I bought over the course of those 7 years. Like, massive amount of tents. Okay, so yeah, it's not, oh yeah, it's not, it wasn't fun. I don't think I would ever go back to it. People are always asking me, they're like, oh, are you gonna go set up for a fair again? Y'all can keep that. Y'all can keep your fairs, do what you want with them. I don't want them. I don't want them. I'm just glad that everyone else likes it. They have fun and they enjoy it, and they're still doing it. I have a friend who is still doing it, and she loves it. And I'm like, good for you, because I hated it. And I have a problem with, I'm not making anything. What happened was, I bought some tools. That I don't know how to use. So I used this one already to make this bracelet that I have to finish later on. What I like about it, if I put it on, it makes loops for you. It makes different types of loops for you. Yeah, this bracelet, believe it or not, this jig actually makes a bracelet that's bigger than what you think it is. Because I looked at it and I said, there's no way that bracelet's gonna go over my hand. Like, I was like, you see how much I know? But yeah, it's actually bigger than I thought it was. So I want to finish this. And I said that I was going to take some fake cubic zirconias. I'm gonna put some pictures here on I already demonstrated. I demonstrated this one already. You have to rewind it. 𝕤𝐵𝐺. That's what it was called, a 𝕤𝐵𝐺? The one I got was from We Are Memory Makers, I think, and it was like plasticky, and I literally wanted to throw it into my fire pit and just watch it melt, because it was terrible, because the pegs just kept coming out and it was horrible. But yeah, I was thinking of taking some cubic zirconias that I have and just using my glue, using my B7000 glue, and just like gluing some cubic zirconias to each one of these loops. And I did that with an cuff earring. I did some loops and then I put some cubic zirconias in there, glued them down using this glue, and I'm going to do a video on that. So do you like the 𝕉𝐈𝐿? And why is it called a 𝕉𝐈𝐿? You know what? I have a confession to make. I really wanted to, and I think this is like crazy. This is just something that my sister did. Hopefully she's not here and I'm telling her business. She would make wigs and I thought it was so, well, I don't know what I did with it, to be honest. I haven't seen it. Since I moved my studio from upstairs to down here to the garage, I have not seen it. I don't know where it is. I'm gonna locate it and like maybe I can give it away to somebody who might love it. It had this cute little compartment that holds the pegs. This is just, this right here is not, it's not where it's at. I gotta figure out something. It had a nice cute little compartment that held the directions and it held all the pegs. And yeah, the pegs are freaking annoying. If they don't pop out on their own when you don't want them to, if it didn't pop out on their own, you had to like fight to get them out if you want to start over, and it was not freaking fun. And I hated it, and I'm starting to feel the frustration. I'm okay. But I was feeling the frustration because it was a very frustrating tool to me, because I was like, oh, I want to make this little camera pendant. But the pegs kept popping out and I never did finish it. To this day, I never did finish it. You see these pegs? You see these pegs? They're just all over the place. I got to get a little Ziploc bag, put them all in there, and then put that thing in a Ziploc bag. And yeah. And I have to put these in a Ziploc bag too. So now this thing, again, let me reiterate what this is. Wire worker tool. So yeah. So apparently you can make little spirals like this. I don't know how I feel about these spirals. I don't know. Someone gave me these tools, so don't judge me. But I'm not exactly sure. I might use it to make jump rings. So this thing right here, this is a perfect little size for a jump ring. It's very tiny, and then this one's really big, and there's no in between. What the heck? There's like no in between. This one's bigger, and then they have like triangle, I don't know, elongated shape like this, elongated shape, and they have a square. So that's pretty cool. And you take them, as you can see, all of them have a little screw top. Boom, boom, and boom. And then you screw it into this little handle that you're supposed to go whoa, whoa, whoa. So this is what I'm going to do. Metal block with metal. Ooh. Yeah, this is what this is. This is metal pegs that you stick in the holes, and then you got these little stoppers that stop it, which actually, to me, for this, it actually held in there the entire time, and I loved it. I love this thing. I can't wait to do other projects with it. I'm gonna do a bunch of wire wasting, and I don't know if you were here, the Place of Stones. I don't know if you were here when I was talking about everybody needs to get a spool of wire that they can play around with. If they want to try a little technique, but they don't want to waste their good wire, get some of this. I think this is aluminum. But I think everybody, I want to encourage everybody, 𝕝𝕝, I think it's called. This is the stuff when you just want to play around with it, play around with a technique like I was doing with this wire jig, and like I'm going to do with these jump rings. Or these, I don't know why I call them jump rings. What do you call this? It just says wire worker tool. We're going to call it a wire worker tool. And it's a mandrel thing. So I'm just gonna play around with it, and that's what this wire is for. And I love having a spool of this wire, and I think I have a couple. I think I have another one. I don't know why I put on it it told me that this was copper. They lied to me, and I'm very angry about it. And I gave them a bad review over it. But I looked at it and I was like, if it is copper, I said dead soft. Because it's like, but it didn't dawn on me that, this is a possibility that it might be aluminum. So I think it's aluminum, and they said it was copper, and they lied to me. I don't like to be lied to. All right, so let me take a place of stones. Do you have this tool? I'm constantly encouraging people to get this tool because this tool is amazing. You can use this to not only, what I'm doing is, not only am I flattening out and I'm making sure that it is not kinky and got a bunch of little bends in it. Not only that, it also makes the wire stronger. I've noticed that when I do this a couple passes on it, that it actually is a little bit harder. Even aluminum, yeah, it's a little bit harder, just a teeny bit, not a lot. All right, so what I'm gonna do really quick, I wanna do a little bit of like a little spiral like that. And so you just twist it on in here. Okay, and I untwisted it just now just to see, make sure. Yeah, but the flat ones though, the flat nose pliers, if it's metal, that if the metal is exposed, it's going to scratch your wire, and your wire is not going to be smooth. What I like about these are nylon, and they're replaceable with a screw on either side. Man, I bought these and I was like, oh my goodness, why haven't I bought these years ago? All right, so I screwed it in there. Screwed it in. All right, don't tell anybody. All right, they don't really give you directions. They're just like, oh, you just spiral it out. Okay, I'm doing that. So I'm just gonna hold it with, I wish they had, you know what I wish they had? Like a little hole or something that would hold the wire in, and then you can just start. But you know, I'm just lazy. I don't want to hold it in because it keeps slipping out of my hand. See what I mean? I don't like that. And then you just whoop, whoop. Did I really need the handle though? If I'm just doing this. Did I really? Did I really? So that's really cool. But what's gonna keep me from going to get a pen and doing the same thing? What's gonna keep me from getting a pen and doing the same exact doggone thing? I guess that's my bug zapper, you guys. If you heard the little pop, that's my bug zapper. Because I have plants and you have bugs all year round. If you didn't know that, you know now. That kind of rhymed. Okay, bars. Yeah. All right, so they have a square one and a triangle one. Let's try triangle because that is not triangle, this is triangle. Because we are bold. So let me do a little bit of swipe through. Good, glad you have both. You are well on your way. Get to work, girl. Do it. All right, we're gonna do a triangle. You notice I didn't put the handle on, right? Because I personally don't think we need the handle. I'm going against the rules of engagement here, but I don't care. Okay. Okay. We're doing it. How triangle-y are you? I don't know how I feel about this. I'm like really, I don't know if I'm highly critical because I have a couple tools that I got 𝕉𝐻𝐿𝐿. That's the website where I got these from. 𝕉𝐻𝐿�. So I got these tools from 𝕉𝐻𝐿 and I never use them. I don't use them, and I don't know why. I saw videos and people are using them and they're like wonderful as they use them, but they're not they're not very helpful to me. I don't know why. All right, let me pull this off here. And I think the reason why I got this wire is it's cheap. I was like, what? And it actually had like a lot, like yardage wise, it's double, triple wrapped aluminum wire. That's why it was so cheap. Oh no. Oh, I thought it was stuck on there. It was. So this is what it looks like. Okay. Now this, I think the circle ones you really don't need, but these triangle ones, that's pretty dope. I like that. I don't know what I can make with it. Bug zapper, sorry. I don't know what I would make with it. What do you guys think you should make with these? They give you different examples on here and I'm like, it's high, but I don't think I would ever do these. Like if I use this, I'll use it for like jump rings because I'm boring. Let's see. So if you take this, let me try and make an earring out of it, right? So if you take this and you make a little, oh wait, I mean more than that. You take this and you just make a little loop with it, bend it up, and then I'm just gonna put a little loop on it, just really quick. I'm using these pliers that I just hate them. I don't hate them. Hate is a very strong word. You should never use hate unless you really, really mean it. And I don't really mean it. All right, so you could put like a little loop on the top here, and then you can like go like this, and then you can hang it and just have a little earring. Yay, maybe that's workable. You know, you can do shapes with it, you know, shaped spirals that you can like make a little earring out of it. Like for instance, I'm gonna start this by putting a loop on it first. I'll put a loop on it first. Think ahead. Yeah, I know, but it's just this thing right here. There is a really, really small one, a really, really large one, and a larger one. So you can make jump rings with all of these if you want, like really small jump rings. This is pretty cool. I like small jump rings. I don't like too big of a jump ring. So it works out. There's no reason for the handle though. They were trying to be spicy and put a little handle on it, but I'm like, do you really need a handle? I really don't think so. I really don't think so. Bronco, you're snoring. Poor Bronco. He had a long day. You guys hear him snoring? He's my snoring tinky. Okay, so I'm gonna start with a little loop on it first, right? And let's try a triangle. So I'm gonna put this, wait, how do you think? Let's do this. You have the loop, and I'm going to bend it up. I am alive. How dare you think I'm not alive? Still here. How you doing, my blue lady? Oh boy. So I'm looking at my tools that, you know, someone gave me, and they were like, I don't know what to do with it. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with it myself. I don't know what I'm doing. So I am doing the mandrel one. So I'm doing the mandrel one, and I'm using the square. I just wish this was, well, I missed you too. That's why I'm here. So I'm gonna do a jump ring first, okay? And I'm gonna hold it here as carefully as I can. Having the handle really doesn't help anyway. There we go. I did it. So I had the, let me wrap it all the way. Okay, so I have the little loop right here because I'm thinking ahead, I'm planning ahead and saying, oh, I want to make a pair of earrings with it. And then we're just gonna wrap this around. Aw, thank you. I miss doing this, and I kind of fretted because I was like, oh, I really, if I'm gonna do anything on YouTube, it will have to be my lives, because that way I don't really have to plan it really that much. I could be like, what are you doing this week? Oh, you're doing this? Okay, then do it live. And lives really aren't that really, it's not a lot that I need to put into it. You know me, I always have to overdo it, so I'm gonna keep wrapping this all the way down. But yeah, I don't really have to do anything. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing it. It's partially the reason why the Discord is so quiet is because I haven't done anything, and it was good for me to not do anything. It really was. And I was able to take some time to help other people. That was like my biggest thing of what I was doing. My time off was helping other people. Doing a lot of volunteer work and such, okay? And I just enjoy it. And get your mind off of where you are mentally. And I also want to talk to you guys like briefly about like mental health. If you don't think you need any mental health, I tell you right now, in the world that we live in, everyone needs to talk to someone, okay? And that's what I did. Things that happened to me, I had a lot of things happen to me in my lifetime. And so sometimes you don't think that stuff affects you. You think I'm stronger because of it. That, I don't want to say that's a load of doo-doo, but in my case, it was. And I was like, no, I'm stronger because of it. No, I wasn't. It was still affecting me, and I had no idea. So, and it was affecting me because I could see how I was treating other people, and how I was just very untrustworthy of everyone, and I could see why I was like that. And talking to someone has really helped me, and I want to encourage everyone to do it. I'm not being sponsored by anybody. I'm just sponsored by my mental health, I guess, and making sure that my mental health is on point, because if it's not, you're gonna drive everybody else crazy, and you're gonna do things that you never would have thought you would do. And people don't realize that the way you live your life affects everyone. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna talk to somebody. So I did, and I'm so happy I did. Oh my gosh. So my therapist, she is the best, man. She's the best. She's probably listening. She's the best. So look at this. This is gonna be a cute earring, okay? I can see this as a cute earring. Let me turn my camera around real quick. I can see this as a cute earring. A little dangle. Well, hello there. I see you over there, blue lady. I think this will be a cute little earring. I love it. It'll be a little stiff. It might not. I don't know. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do these square ones, and then I am going to make a pair of earrings with it. Tell Mary to get her booty over here. Tell Mary that she needs to come over here, because I miss her. Wait, I think she was here. Hold on a second. Let me look in the chats, because she was in the beginning. I thought. Nope. I think I'm making this up as I go along. Oh no. I thought Mary was here. I guess she wasn't. But anyway, yes. I'm going to do this square right in front of my eyeballs. I'm just going to hold it with my hand. I made my little loop, made a little bend in a loop, because I want to make sure that it's straight. And it makes this kind of design if you bend it up like that, okay? Just think ahead. I'm gonna lay it right in the middle of that square, and I'm gonna start bending it. Yeah, I've been busy too, and I been busy in a good way. So I just toned down my life. I said, I don't need to do this, I don't need to do that. And we cleaned up a lot in our house too. You know, especially when you got the puppies, you can't really do very much anyway. But yeah. And I also say too, to some people, you struggling with your mental health, get you a pet that depends on you. They're gonna depend on you. And I tell you what, these two puppies, man, they I tell you, they get me moving. They're like, hey, I need you, you know. And it's one thing to think that you need things, but it's another thing when you have somebody. Oh, I'm sorry. The place of stones, I love it. I love it. You know that tassel that I put up, the chain tassel? Yo, okay. You gave me a good idea. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna do that. Yes. Yes. I'm gonna do that. Love it. I've been actually, believe it or not, this channel had started with crochet. I mean, behind me is the yarn wall that stays the yarn wall. I have not touched any of the yarn. And so this channel started out as a crochet channel. And so I have not crocheted anything in a while. So I started crocheting this shirt because I have a chest tattoo that sometimes I cover up. And so I was doing this halter top that I could wear underneath, like say if I have a dress or a shirt that is like low cut, and I don't like to show my booby cleavage. I just don't do that. So I want to have a little halter top that I put underneath it, and it covers up my chest, and it, you know, looks cute. So I was working on that, and that shouldn't take me that long to get done. But I am about to embark on this really long project that I'm like, are you sure you want to do this? It's like, I wanted to make a whole cardigan, but I'm going to do the cardigan not like from start to finish. I'm going to do it with squares. So I'm going to do like a really big square in the back, which won't take me that long. And then just build out from the back to the front, and then I'll show you guys. I'll show you what the idea that I'm looking for. So yeah, I've been starting to crochet again, which is just like, that's when I knew that I was okay, because I was not crocheting. I was like, I did not want any yarn to even touch me, and I have no idea why. I was just like, oh, I don't really care for crocheting. So I didn't know what that was all about. I think this one's a little too long, but guess what? If it's a little too long, then you can cut it. Ooh, you know what? You can even like spiral it. Like you can like twist it out of whack. That's pretty cool. But I don't want to do that. I want to keep this. I don't want to do that. I want to do that. So this is a little too long. So I'm going to cut this. Where? Let's cut it. Okay, let's cut it in the... I'm going to get it. I'm going to cut it in the back. Right? Yeah, there we go. So I'm going to cut that off. And look at that. Yay, I love it. So I do like this one. I don't think you really need the handle. You just need the shape. I don't know. I like this. I am thoroughly impressed with both of these tools. I'm thoroughly impressed with both of them. I didn't think I was gonna like this as much, but I am in love with it because I'm starting to feel and get, there she is. There's a Mary here. Wonder if this is the Mary that we know on Discord. Hi Mary, how are you? Missed you. So I got all these tools that I was trying out. I'm kind of towards the end of my live, but I got these little tools here. I got this little they call it a 3D bracelet jig. So you know those jigs that are very annoying as heck? Well, this is one of them, but this is not Oh, she told you to get your butt over here. So you just hold it on, you put the peg in, you hold it on with a little piece of plastic, and it doesn't go anywhere, which is really, really, which is really, really good for the ideas that I have in my noggin that I cannot wait to try with this thing. So I'm gonna play around with this for the next couple of days, but like just during the day, and then every night I do a little bit of crocheting. So I love the fact that I'm finally crocheting again. And it's funny because my husband was like, wait, is that yarn? Wait, are you crocheting? And I haven't bought any yarn. I haven't bought anything related to yarn. I think I did buy a bunch of like crochet patterns, and which was cool and everything, but it was like, ugh, it's just horrible. I still have to work on, oh, I see it. Uh-oh. Alright. So let me show you guys this thing. It was on my YouTube channel where, you know, I crocheted this monstera leaf, and I crocheted it where there's wire. It's a wire frame in it, and you can just like bend it in any which way you want to. I love it. I just need to finish it. I only did one, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna head out. I'm never gonna finish this again. So I only did one leaf. Anyway, that's one of the things that I have to do, is I need to finish all my crochet projects, because this is ridiculous. I really need to do better. I need to do better with crochet patterns and projects that I start. I have a what you call it, Audrey 2 that I've been working on, and I need to finish it. I got the teeth, I got the tongue, I, you know, did it. It's in its own little pot and everything. It's wonderful. I love this thing, but I gotta finish it. So there's like things that I need to finish crochet wise, but I am still making jewelry. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to finish these earrings, and then I'm going to do, I might shorten them a little bit. I don't really like long earrings too much because of my hair. So I think I'm going to shorten this just a little bit more. It's just crappy wire that I have lying around. So I'm gonna cut this a little bit more, and I'm gonna make these little tassels. If you could check on my what are you saying is beautiful? This thing? She ugly. But and it's like, I use wire hangers on this guy or girl. It's called Audrey 2, but it sounds like a man. I don't know. It's been years. But yeah, I have to finish it. It had like these separate leaves that I had to make and then sew to it, and it's got to be sewn in just the right way. And then I filled this up with rocks. I filled the pot up with rocks, and I filled it up with some polyfill towards the top right here. But this whole thing is really heavy. So yeah, she's quite a looker. But yeah, I have to finish it. I will finish it one day. So if you guys check out on my channel, I did a short of how to make a chain tassel. So it's a short video on it, and it's really, really simple, believe it or not. It's very simple, but it looks very intricate and very like professional looking. So that is a piece of the video that's coming out on Thursday, where I make a beaded chain with bigger beads in a very long necklace. So the best place to get wires, Amazon. The best place where I get all my wires, Amazon. I bought this. Oh, the leaf. Oh yeah, I'm really disappointed in myself that I didn't finish it. But it is pretty cool, and I want to put it in a pot just like this one and, you know, sell it, but the problem is this is heavy. I don't even know how I'm going to sell this one. So it was cool and everything when I was setting up for markets. I didn't have to pay shipping and handling by how heavy something is. You know, I don't have to do that. It's just in person. So this is really heavy. I swear to beef, this has to be about 15 to 20. It's really heavy. I put some rocks in it because it's not something that you want to be able to just knock it over. And it doesn't go anywhere. So yeah, I have so many projects. Not only that, I also have these hoods that I've been making. It's a cowl, like it goes around your neck, but then it has a hood on it, and on the hood would be like bear ears or fox ears, or I had a panda bear one that everyone kept requesting. So I had those. I just need to do them, and it's in the wintertime, and I really should start with that stuff, and then we can get that stuff out the door. You know what I mean? So that is what the latest and greatest is with me and with Martian Creations. I have things coming up, which is really, when I say I have things coming up, I usually deliver. So I had a couple things that I was like, oh, I think they would love this. So I guess I'm so glad you guys were here for my welcome back, because just in case you're wondering what I'm doing, is I'm putting the little knobby things on to my pegs so that I can put them away properly, and I'm not going to lose one, because I have puppies that are lazy around here sleeping. I have one at my feet, and I thought that she was going to get up and like want to be up here. She's the only one that wants to be up here. Bronco's like, whatever, do you have any food? My little chunky baby. Yes, he is still chunky, but he's losing weight now. But yeah, she is chasing him around the house. So now I can put these together, put these away in a proper manner. They're not going to eat that. And put them in Ziploc bags, put this together with it. And because I am going to use this. Oh my God, I love this. And this is the bracelet that I made with it. And I want to take these holes and glue in some cubic zirconias using my B7000 glue. So that is my plan. So I'll be putting up on Facebook here in the community tab, I will be putting up the finish of this bracelet and the finish of these earrings, and I should have them done by tonight, because I don't have plans for tonight. And my husband's gonna go golfing, which is like, I don't know what it is. I think golf is like the most boring sport. I went with him last time and I was bored out of my mind holes. I was so bored. Yeah, I really need to finish projects, because when you finish projects, you're like, I did that. I did it. It may be ugly, but I did it. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, back to the golfing. I went golfing with him last time, and him and his friends, and I was like, yeah, I should have just stayed home. And this is my face the whole time. And it was cold. Oh my gosh. It was a couple weeks ago. It was cold, and I was like, oh my God. I wish I was home, curled up under the blanket, watching Forensic Files. Like, why am I out here? How did I get here? Why am I here? And it was not fun for me. But, you know, I had fun because I was spending time with my husband. But it's like, yeah, we can try other stuff that we can spend time with together, just not this. So I was like, I really didn't like it. But yeah, so he might be going to play golf, and I can have some time to make some stuff. Oh my god. So you guys, do me a favor. Oh yeah, do me a favor, like this video, because that helps me get into the algorithm of life at YouTube, and then helps other people to discover me, and then you can have more fun in the chat box. Sound like a deal? And another thing I want you to do is to create something today. If you want to be a part of my Discord, the email is in the description box below. And if you are a part of the Discord already, I want everyone to get on there and show me something that you created. Show me something, anything that you created. Put some pictures up. Tell me what's been going on since I've been gone, and I will do the same. I will show you the different projects. I'm gonna show you this earring up close. I'll get a really nice close picture of it and put it up. And I had a belch, sorry. Couldn't cut that out, sorry. Sometimes sometimes it comes out, you know. But so show me something that you created and you're very proud of it, because we want to see it. And then I will show you, I should have these projects done in no time so I can show you those. Okay, I can show you there in Discord, and I will be putting it up in the community tab here on YouTube, because that is the place where we are right now, right? So you guys, I love you. Sorry, I love you. I will see you next week for sure, since I have all my cameras are up and everything is ready to go. So I'll see you next week. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for getting in the chat and saying hi. Thank you so much for telling me welcome back. Yay. And another thing I want you to do is, if you feel that you need to, but be concerned about your mental health, don't ignore it. Go and get help. Talk to someone, anyone. And hopefully that person will tell you to talk to someone professional, and then you can get the medication you need, and then you can start to live your doggone life, okay? So I think that's all I'm gonna say for today. Love you guys, and I will see you next week. I'll see you on Discord. I will see you in the community tab, okay? Bye. How do I do this? How do I do this? Okay, bye.